Greetings. Welcome to Mimi Pete LLC, where body safety and confidence are essential to mental health. I'm Mimi Pete. Today's topic is relationship building. When I wrote this book, My Body is a Sacrifice, people have a way of thinking it's just one narrow way. No, it's a scope of understanding how to build a relationship and understanding that the children need to have you and trust you to guide them on how to protect their body and to look at the different aspects of caring for your body. We all know that bathing and deodorant and brushing your teeth and washing your face is one aspect. But also, what about the mind? You're cultivating a child's mind. On Facebook, I had a picture of a gentleman at the back. He was tending to his garden. He was putting in nutrition and out there de-weeding it and all of that. Well, that's what you do as a parent. And it's the one thing we need to know is the mind is very, very delicate. So, and how do we get our children to do these things and understand when they go out and play? What is it all about? Yes, it's a picture of three girls, three females, a mother and two daughters. But it's also meant for little boys. So I didn't think of that at the time, even though it was in my mind, I didn't put it on there. It doesn't void it out. The point is, they're looking for you to teach them and educate them. But the point is, also, you have to have a relationship. I know back in the day, you do as I tell you, or you do as I say, not as I do. That doesn't work. It didn't work all that good either back then. But what I'm saying is you got to build a relationship. Children want to be able to have fun with you. They want to be able to laugh with you. People have it mixed up today that, hey, you got to be able to take them to a music concert. You got to listen to music they listening to, do the dances, do the move, be on Facebook just as much as they be in. But no, no, no. There is nothing a child wants from you more than your attention. And it's hard. My children are grown and I can speak. It's hard, especially when you're a single parent. You got all the pressures of work. You need overtime sometimes to make the bills and this and this. But hey, you need time to yourself, and you do. But you got to be purposeful to build a relationship with your children. Taking them to the mall and buying this and buying that still doesn't cover what they need mentally and from the heart. So I'm just reminding parents, every now and then you need somebody who care, who not trying to make judgment calls, who just reminding you and say, hey, don't forget to schedule your children in. They got school, they got baseball, they got dance recital, they got piano class. That's all fine, but when is the time with you? What would they say once they're grown? Yes, she gave me this and I did that and this and that. The accolades pass away. Some of the best athletes in school and band players don't go on to be professionals. And they remember how you drove them here and drove them there. But what do they say when they say, oh, my mom used to sit down and talk to us. We used to read a book together. They don't want the pressure of the world. They just want to feel the love of you. Try some different things. How about having somebody take a picture of you? With a book open to your child, especially a young child, what that picture portrays is that you care about the child and educating them. Have someone take a picture of you and your child just sitting and laughing, having a game at the house. It's a reminder that you're engaging in laughter and fun. One of the things I remember of my mom when I was younger, well, I wasn't so young. I was in maybe 5th or 6th grade, and we even did it up into junior high. The days that she was off or the evenings because her shift was switch, we played bingo. And it was fun. Yes, in junior high, still enjoying playing bingo. It was funny sometimes that, the reward word is you won some M&Ms. those memories come into you. The times that you're sitting there and you're riding somewhere with your mom and she giving you a conversation that you didn't really want to have. You're embarrassed. But it shows she invested in you. I'm not saying your children shouldn't play sports or whatever. I'm saying let them enjoy that. It helps brighten their horizon. But the core is to teach your children that you love them. And in teaching that, this book is great. It starts off looking in the mirror. What is your body view? What do you think of yourself? How your body look? How you do? That body God gave you. Now how you gonna treat it? What do you think about when you hear the music and the songs? What does the word say? If they say that words, is that what you living by? Answer me this. Why does a 7-year-old need to know what love got to do with this about having a relationship with a man? Why is it I see a lot of children, doing these little songs, having a mic up and twisting their body and showing their back end and doing all like this? Why not teach the child an education? Why not teach the child it's okay to play jacks? I know that's an old game, trying to teach some of the younger ones, and it's like, oh, what's wrong with coloring? Coloring helps their artistic side, painting, but they want you. And I'm saying, parents, don't forget them. The simple things that had so much fun, like going outside playing in the snow. Children don't want to do that nowadays. Have you had noticed? You don't see too many children in snowsuits anymore. Or the real heavy coats, the long, heavy ones. In boots. You see children out there in tennis shoes and things. It's not that the parents can't afford them so much as it's not so much as a big list because children don't spend much time outside. Parents, I say this with true love. I'm a parent, a grandmother, aunt, I've done some mentoring. I wear many hats like you wear. And I speak from some experience, some of other people's experience, some of knowledge I've learned coming along life. And we need to hold on. And we don't need somebody else to come along and spend time with our children. You don't need your sister or your brother and their children to do a family thing. Those in the house, those that are your immediate family. And then sometimes the household is beyond that. But what about you and your children? You have stepchildren. Those are the ones that you're nurturing. That's the most important relationship other than your faith with God. And even in that, faith with God tells you you have to nurture that. You have to work at it. Everybody got a day or something going on. But now people don't spend as much time in church on Sunday, so why not make that a family day? You go to church, you learn, you come home, and you spend time together. I know everybody want to go to their own rooms. But the younger the child is, the easier it is to get them into a routine. And work at it with the younger ones. And why not take it? The instructors and parental guide to My Body as a Sacrifice. And talk about some subjects that's really hard. Just touch into it. How do you feel about things? School is starting. Have a conversation. Children are out here at the bus stops, and a lot of times the buses are late. You know people are watching your children. It's not always that it's the person watching is dangerous. It could be somebody who care about children and making sure they're safe. But the children need to be able to know that if they're in danger, they can come to you. So we have to reassure them with that. And conversations are difficult. I say this to the grandmothers, the grandfathers. We are the support group. And I'm not saying it's easy. You don't want to overstep the boundaries. But I don't understand when I hear some say, oh, I don't say nothing. I don't want to start nothing. This life isn't meant to be easy. But there's a whole lot of love needed. And we need to help our children. We need to help them to understand about boundaries. Yes, when they were little, yeah, they was so easy to be behave because they were closer to you. Things start changing as they expand and go outward. But you got to know who your children are around. Be outside. What's wrong with sitting on the porch? Let the children play out in the yard where everybody can see them. They don't need to be in somebody else's house playing on the games and all of that. You can't see. I've heard people say, oh, they don't let their child spend the night at other people's houses, even the family. That's a good thing. They're covering them. They're protecting them as much as they can. But they also need protected in their own house. I'm saying, listen, find time to have some fun with your children. They grow up way so fast. The pressure of work is real. But when you take your vacation, don't hurry up and try to find out what you could do with your girlfriends or with your guys hanging out. No, you got to find time for the children too. You spend 3 hours on the basketball court with your boys, or 2.5 to 3 hours shopping or getting your nails done, your hair done, whatever it is with your girls, and you're laughing and giggling. Why can't you come home and have 2, 3 hours with your children having fun? I know. Take them back in the kitchen. Teach them how to cook some breakfast, cook some lunch. They go mumble and grumble. But start letting them hear conversation, even as parents. Let them cut up some onions. I would say do it the old fashioned way so they can hear you talk instead of the quick chopper upper machines now. Let them hear you how you interact as parents. I'm saying family is wonderful. Let's get that relationship stronger. It is a key for the children to be able to come and let you know when there is danger. And it's key that you talk to them about being mentally strong. Being mentally strong means you educating them how to be safe. Being mentally strong is to bring some laughter back in their life. So they teenagers. Oh, well, they ain't trying to hear it. Keep fighting for it. They will yield to you even after they're adults. Find things to laugh about. And listen, they got all these problems and this and that. Shh. We have got to learn to just listen. You don't have to say that to this, and I know you want to say it. And listen, I'm still working on it too. Just listen. Just listen unless they're in danger. And then just ask them, so what do you think? How do you think you should handle that? They say, well, hit them. What's the consequences? Well, I just be quiet and take it. But how is that on your mental scale? Then other people think that they can do that because other people is watching. Give very little advice and pay a whole lot of attention by just listening. And you know what? That smile is more than you know. Bring that tone down. Work on it. Say it's not easy. Work on it. It's better than any money, any raise. To have some healthy children. To know that you're not chasing money. Some people chase money. Some people, we need money for necessity. But wouldn't it be wonderful, instead of buying a $400,000 or $500,000 house, to have one that's $250,000 that you keep up very well, but you're able to spend more time with your children, save more money, take them a few places. But that's not the point. The point is they're having some fun. What about saving a little money and take them for a horseback ride? Something like that. Canoeing. If you have the money, if you don't, what's wrong with still taking out what I call an outing? I don't say picnic. I choose not to use that word. Take the children out. Put a blanket even in the backyard and laugh. They got these fire pits now. You could sit around on marshmallows. Listen, when I was a child, they didn't do that. We used to put stuff on there and put the marshmallows over the stove, you know, let it do that way, or in the fireplace. Fall is coming. Find something creative, inexpensive, because you got all these bills coming with the schools and things. And do you have a backup plan if the school bus does not show up on time? We need to let the children know they are a priority. Make it a family situation. I'm going to be speaking more on family because a child won't come to you if they're fearful of being felt like they did something wrong, and you're going to look at them in a different light. They need to know that when they tell you, you're going to put your arm around them and say, baby, we're going to get this together. I'm Mimi P. Tap that like button if you're in agreement with me, and then hit the notification bell so you'll be notified the next time Mimi P. LLC is published. Be blessed. Have a wonderful day.